evening, everyone. Welcome to CBTV's High School Football Playoff Preview. Once again, week number 2 of the Virginia High School League Playoff. And once again, we're at Dickey's Barbecue on South Point Parkway in Spotsylvania. I'm Mike Neville, along with George Kearns and also David Robinson. And pleased to welcome to the program the head coach of the Riverbend Bears, Tony DeMarco. His ball club picking up a 28-21 victory in the opening round of the playoffs last week against Freedom. Tony, thanks for being along with us, buddy.
Thanks for inviting.
Tony's one of my good friends, and I'll tell you what, interesting ball game, 28-21, type of game you expected, a very tight contest?
Yeah, a lot of our games have been like that. Our defense keeps us in games early, and it seems like it takes a little while on offense to get going, and defense does their job, and offense comes through late in the game, and that's pretty much been our MO this year.
Your guy, Orlando Jones, big second half for you. He ended up with 128 yards on the ground. I believe he got like 93 of those yards in the second half. Really propelled that offense in the second half, at least on the ground.
Yeah, he's a big guy. He's hard to tackle, and he's actually a lot faster this year. He's trimmed down about 10 pounds, and you can definitely see it in the speed.
We were talking before we started taping, Tony. You had the bye week leading up into your first-round playoff matchup, and you put a little wrinkle in, and you used that wrinkle in the second half, didn't you?
Yeah, we did. We kind of went with the jumbo package, and it's kind of a run-based offense, and it really helped us. It's something we've never shown before. I'm sure they made their adjustments at halftime, and we came out with a totally different offense. In that second half, and it definitely caught them off guard, and it actually wore them down. I think we got the opening kickoff, and it was a 4-minute drive, and we ended up scoring on like a 36-yard touchdown pass, I think it was, and it really put them on their heels.
Chet Wilborn had a pair of touchdown passes for you in that first half, both of them going to Garbutt, who's really developed into a fine receiver, hasn't he?
He is. He's a special athlete. He's probably the best I've had in my years. He's big. He's a 6'2", 215-pound, 6'3", 215-pound receiver. But the thing about him is his speed. He's so fast, and he's actually down about 10 pounds right now, which makes him even faster. I believe in the game he's probably a 4'4" and change 40 kid when he gets the ball in his hands, and you catches him.
You were telling me, of course, he plays defense as well. But last year his offense wasn't quite there. This year he's really stepped up as a receiver. And you think what's the biggest difference for him as far as being a little bit more rounded as far as offensively? Now he's always been a really good defensive player.
Well, last year wasn't quite his focus as much. He would drop some really easy balls, and this year, he catches the easy ones and he catches the impossible ones, and I think it's focus and confidence is the most with him.
Right. You've reeled off 6 wins, I believe, so 6 straight wins now. And, anytime you start to put winning streaks together like that, the confidence of the ball club continues to rise. Is that what you've seen with this group?
Yeah, absolutely. I've definitely seen us playing more confident. The big things early in the year, people don't realize this. This is my 5th year. We've had 5 different offensive coordinators. It's not like I fired all of them. Some of them got different jobs and had to move on. And so early in the year, you're still trying to work all the wrinkles and the kinks out, and it was the same thing this year. We have another one, Colin Wetzel's. He's been doing a great job for us, and he's put a lot of movements and shifts and things in the last couple of weeks, and it's definitely helped us offensively.
Defensively, you've been strong all year, and is it one of those things where if your offense can get you 17 to 21 points, do you feel like you have a chance of winning games because your defense has been so solid all season?
Yeah, absolutely. We do a great job of slowing down people's run game, and our secondary has been a lot better this year, and we haven't had blown coverages. We had quite a few of those last year, and we've kind of eliminated those, and some people have been able to move the ball a little bit on us, but seems like we always slow them down, kind of bend and don't break.
Right, exactly. And we talked about Orlando Jones, one of your running backs, but the other kid too that's done really well for you is Brian Malera. He's really done a great job stepping in, and he's been a workhorse for you as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Last year we lost him in the Massaponics game, and that really hurt us. Even as a sophomore, he was one of our best leaders. He got his knee fixed. It really worked hard in the offseason, and he's still not 100%. But, man, if you would have saw him up at Hilton, he had 38 carries for 167 yards, and it was one of the greatest performances I've ever seen by a running back. He was just unbelievable.
All right, 28-21, you win that opening round game. Now up next, you got to take on the top seed, Manchester. What do you expect? From what I was talking to you, they have pretty good balance. We always talk about balance, whether it be running and passing. You want that balance, and this team has it, don't they?
Absolutely. This is the second straight year we've had a number 1 seed. We opened with one last year with Colonial Forge, and So we've seen quality teams all year long, and this is a quality team. They're battle tested. They played Hermitage and LC Bird, so they've seen good teams themselves, and they're definitely a well-balanced team. Their quarterback can throw it. I think he has 2,000 yards passing, and they have a really good running back. His name's Frank Boyd. He's really good. So we're hoping it's going to be a good game.
What do you think going on the road? Like I say, you've reeled off 6 straight wins. A lot of times coaches say, I really don't want to go on the road, but are you at all fazed by that, going on the road, or do you think this group can handle that?
I think we're 5-1 on the road this year. We had one of our home games pushed to King George, so we actually played 6 regular season games on the road, and like I said, we're 5-1 on the road, and I personally think our kids focus better on the road. There's less downtime. We eat, we get our stuff, we get on the bus, and we go, and I think we're actually more focused on the road.
What do you see as maybe the one key that you need to happen to pull out this victory and move on in these Virginia High School League playoffs, Tony?
I think we have to be sound on our special teams. I think that's going to be real important. Obviously not turn the ball over, and we need to make them earn everything they get.
Well, I'll tell you, he's done a great job at Riverbend High School. And, again, the Bears winning 28-21 last week over Freedom. They take on the top seed, Manchester. Tony, always great seeing you, buddy. Really appreciate you taking time for us.
Thank you. I appreciate the time.
All right, Tony DeMarco, the head coach of the Riverbend Bears. When we come back, we're going to be joined by George and also David. We're going to talk about the rest of the high school football playoff previews, the different conferences, and so forth. This is CBTV's High School Football Preview. We're at Dickey's Barbecue Pit in Spotsylvania. Stay with us.